Hello everyone, welcome to today's wonderful session. Today we're going to talk about relationship. Relationship, building normal relationship with people around you. First of all, we have to define what relationship is. Relationship is the way in which two or more people or things are connected, how they behave with each other. Relationships are more than just feelings. Relationships are more than just feelings. They exceed feelings because relationship is more of a personal affair with people that you find some common or similar interests with. These days, many people have mistaken the meaning of relationship because everybody wants to be selfish. But without wasting much of our time, I want us to go into the keys of relationship. There are some certain keys that holds relationship for a longer period of time. Number one, understanding. You have to understand the kind of relationship you have with some such person or with this particular person or group of people. So you don't do above or below expectations in this relationship. There are some relationship you have, this relationship is like this and this relationship is like that. You have to understand, first of all, you understand the kind of relationship you have with these people or this group of people. Then, before you can move further, understanding relationship is like defining this relationship first. Whether it is love or a normal platonic relationship or whatsoever it is, you have to understand and define it first. Secondly, sacrifice. Relationship requires a lot of sacrifices. Your time, your efforts, your commitment. These are the sacrifices you have to make in a relationship to make it successful and make it last longer. Your time, your efforts, and your commitment. You see, the effort is not just one-sided. The effort should be two-sided. Sometimes someone might call you today, and the person might be busy for a particular period of time and might not be able to check up on you. That does not mean they are not your real friends or they are no more in a relationship with you. Sometimes it is also your duty to check up on them. It is also your duty to check up on them. These are the efforts you create in a relationship to make it more successful and last longer. Thirdly, we have overlooking. You have to overlook shortcomings. You see, we as humans, we have our own flaws that even me, even you, sometimes there are some things you do that you regret doing them. These are your shortcomings. So when you see these things, when I regret these actions of mine, or when you regret these actions of yours, we have to make amends. It is the same thing with you. You have some shortcomings. So everybody have their shortcomings. Once you see these shortcomings in each and every one of us or the person you're in a relationship with, and you know these shortcomings are something you can overlook, then you have to overlook it for a relationship to go further. Because everybody have shortcomings. Everybody will annoy you at some point. Everybody will do some things at some point. That is why you need to understand the person you're in a relationship with. You have to understand the relationship you are in with this person. So once you understand them and understand their shortcomings, you can overlook these shortcomings and let it flow. Because if you don't overlook, you keep on breaking and destroying so many relationships which you're supposed to create. Relationship requires endurance. You overlook, you endure some kind of things. These are some keys to relationship, to a healthy and successful relationship. Fourthly, we have selflessness. Relationship is selfless. It is not selfish. When your relationship with someone, it has to be selfless. Sometimes vulnerability, you have to be vulnerable to someone you're with in a relationship. That is why in establishing a relationship with someone that has or that shares some common interest with you, you have to be very careful because you are bringing down your guard. You are trying to be selfless. You are trying to be vulnerable to these people. You are bringing down your guard so these people can enjoy and have a reasonable relationship with you. So you have to be very careful before you step into a relationship. You have to be very careful because you have to be vulnerable with people. You don't have to be vulnerable with people that want to take advantage of your vulnerability. This is not what relationship is all about. Fifthly, we have reciprocal. In a relationship, you have to reciprocate. But someone has called you today and you're not able to call them today, you're not able to call them tomorrow. In the next 2 to 3 days, you have to return these calls back to them. You have to do something worthwhile. Sometimes it might not even be calling. Someone has done something to you, maybe a financial benefit or whatsoever it is, a financial assistance or whatever it is. If you have to reciprocate, it must not necessarily be finances. Sometimes your presence, sometimes your time. But you have to reciprocate these things. Someone is giving you his time, and sometimes maybe he's in a financial burden or they have some financial stress, and maybe they come to you, and because they are giving your time, sometimes you have to reciprocate. If you cannot give them your time back, you have to reciprocate, maybe either financial help or giving them some ideas to help them scale through life. This is what relationship is all about. Sixth, you have to listen to each other. Listen to one another. There are some things that will happen in a relationship that if you don't listen to one another, you misunderstand yourself and it might breed sentiments that is not supposed to be there. Everything needs listening and communication. You have to listen and you communicate with each other. With this, you can begin to build healthy relationship with people. These days, you find out that people just build it after 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months. They find out a little flaw, they destroy everything because they find out a little misunderstanding that they could communicate and listen to one another. They just destroy everything about it. It doesn't work that way. You listen to each other, you communicate with each other. You understand the reason why such person did this thing they did. If it was to harm you or if it was for something reasonable, you listen, you communicate. These are the keys to healthy relationship. Sometimes you don't just sit on your own and you think and you overthink and you begin to play scenarios that are not there. Scenarios that are not meant to happen, you begin to play it. You have to listen and communicate with each other. This is how you can build a healthy relationship with people. The next is commitment. You have to commit. There is no relationship that is void of commitment. There is no relationship that is void of commitment. Sometimes you're busy. Yes, we are all busy. We are looking for a better life. We are all busy. We are trying to have a functional life. But you have to commit your time. You have to commit some things in a relationship. Commitment is required in every relationship. You have to commit to one another. Then the list on these keys to a healthy relationship is codependency. In a relationship, you have to co-depend on each other. Some people can codepend on you for financial benefits, while this one is depending on you either for emotional benefits or whatsoever the interest may be, whatsoever the reason may be. But there have to be this codependency. You have to codepend on each other. You depend on me for this, I depend on you for this. This is what relationship is. Relationship is symbiotic. It's symbiotic. It's symbiotic. It's a two-way journey. It's a two-way road. It is not a one-way road. It is a two-way road. You have to co-depend on each other. Without wasting much of our time, we have to go to the benefits of having a healthy relationship. There are benefits of having a healthy relationship. Number one, it heals. A healthy relationship heals you from different trauma you face in life. There are some difficult moments, there are some life-challenging moments that you come across in life. You see, when you have a healthy relationship, it will help you heal during this time. These are the benefits of having a healthy relationship. You see, there are sometimes you might go through some emotional stress, you might go through some life difficulties, but having a healthy relationship with someone or some persons or some group of persons, it will help you heal very fast. Healthy relationship does not mock each other. It does not laugh at each other. It does not kick you out at a vulnerable state. This is a healthy relationship. It helps you to heal. Secondly, it supports each other financially, emotionally, otherwise. It helps you. It supports you. Whatever you're going through, it supports you. A healthy relationship is like having in a hand, like, when you're with people, or when you want to pass through a heavy erosion, sometimes with people, you have to lock hands with people. So that when you're passing through this erosion, the water won't overflow you and take you away. Because the moment you lock hands with people and all of you are there passing together, you will find out that there is strength. You find out there is strength and there is firmness. Because why? There is support. And this support will help all of you scale through. Rather, if one person wants to pass through the erosion might flow you out, might take you away. But once you lock hands together with each other, you will pass through the erosion successfully, strongly, without drowning, without the erosion sweeping you. This is what healthy relationship is. These are the benefits of healthy relationship. Number 3, healthy relationship brings out the best in us. You see, there are sometimes you can't define yourself, but having a healthy relationship with someone, it will help you define yourself, bring out the best in you. If you're a shy type, if you have a relationship with people, it can give you that boldness. It can help you build that boldness, that courage. Why? Because this relationship is helping you to bring out this best in you. There are some things you feel you can't do, but having a healthy relationship with people, they will have to support you. They have to ginger you to bring out this best in you. You find out that the moment you have a healthy relationship with people, you start performing best. You start performing very good in different aspects of life. These are the benefits of having a healthy relationship. Fourthly, healthy relationship corrects us. Any relationship that does not correct you when you've done wrong, or that does not point out your wrong to you, is not a good relationship. Any relationship that supports you all the time, whether you're wrong or whether you're right, that is not a good relationship. A good relationship will tell you, come, you've done wrong. What you did is very wrong. A good relationship will tell you, this thing is very wrong. You're not supposed to do it this way. Look at how you're supposed to do it. It's correcting you, no matter how you feel at that moment. This relationship, the person correcting you in this relationship knows what they're saying might hurt your feelings, but irrespective of it, they have to tell you the truth. Because if they don't tell the truth and correct you, you'll make such mistake again and find yourself in a deeper trouble. So they have to correct you. Healthy relationship corrects you. when you make mistake, when you do some errors, because we are humans, we are bound to make mistakes, we are bound to commit errors. So this relationship will help you to correct these errors, to help you correct these mistakes and put you in the right track. Any relationship that keep on cheering you to do bad, to keep on cheering you even if you're doing good, bad, you're wallowing in negativity, these are not good, they are not healthy relationships. Relationships are there to correct you. Hey, what you did to this guy was not good. What you did to this lady was not good. You're not supposed to do it like this. What you did in this part of your life or in this journey like this, what you did like this wasn't good. Look at what you're supposed to do. It does not support you to do negativity. Rather, it supports you to do right. Even if it does not correct you in the presence of what you're doing, after it will correct you. What you did there was not good. What you did was not right. You shouldn't have done it that way. These are healthy relationships. Lastly, healthy relationships, it solves our issues. It helps you to solve issues. There are some issues that are beyond finances. There are some issues that are very much beyond finances. There are some issues that need some ideas to solve them. There are some issues that need just some talks or some communications to solve them. Everything in a relationship does not require finances. Sometimes it requires just some time, some words, some ideas, some efforts. It requires coming together to solve issues. It must not necessarily be financial benefit. That is why most times we have lost it in these times. We have lost it in these times because sometimes you feel relationships are just bed of roses. Relationships are not bed of roses. There are difficult moments. There are moments you don't understand each other. There are moments you don't understand this person in a relationship with. There are moments you feel like cutting these things off, but it's a relationship. Relationship is more like a family, more like a bond. Be it your sexual relationship with your partner, or be it a relationship with your friends, same gender, opposite gender, whatsoever it is. It is symbiotic, a symbiosis, two-way road where two people come together, try to make amends. I know sometimes I might be annoying. Yes, sometimes I might be annoying. Sometimes it might be annoying, but we have to overlook. We have to sometimes endure each other, because in your family settings there are some things your brothers may do to you, or your mother will do to, or your father will do to you, and your sisters may do to you. You overlook it. You overlook these things. These are the same things that happen. Not these days when somebody just do some things, you just you cut it off. No, it doesn't work that way. You can't build relationships that way. Relationships are not built that way. You see, these times you just have to overlook some things. This is how you build relationship. I didn't call you for 1 week, 2 weeks, it does not matter. Sometimes you call me to check on me. Sometimes I'll call you to check on you. If there are issues, we talk about it, we solve them. If there are things we have to build together, we do it together. These are what relationships are for. We have to run a look at it. The keys to relationship: we have understanding, we have sacrifice, we have overlooking, which is endurance, we have selflessness, we have reciprocity. You have to reciprocate. We have listening to one another and communication. We have commitments and codependency. Then going down to the benefits of healthy relationship, number one, we said it heals, it supports one another, it brings out the best in us, it corrects us when we are wrong, and it solves issues together with us. As we listen to these words and apply these things to our relationship, we find out that we will build healthy relationships together with one another, because this world, we can't move it alone. We can't move alone. We need people. We need people to move along. We need people to move along. Our relationship requires just one thing, which is loyalty. Relationship requires, above every other thing, relationship requires loyalty. So the moment you give someone your loyalty in a relationship, the moment you're loyal to someone in a relationship, you have to reciprocate that loyalty. If someone is loyal to you, you reciprocate that loyalty to them. This is relationship for you. Thank you very much. And as you listen and apply these things to your life, I pray and I hope for you to build a better relationship with people, whereby you move forward in life and have a healthy meaning of this life you are in. Thank you very much, and thank you for your time.